Hey, what's going on, guys? We have two new banners this time around, Elms and Celica's army, 6 new units, 3 in each of the banners. I'm going to review both of the banners in this one video. I'll let you guys know which heroes are worth summoning, and at the very end I'll wrap things up by letting you guys know which banner is better. We are going to start off the review with Elms army, then Celica's army afterwards. Alright, so the first hero is Gray. We actually have all the villagers now besides Cliff. Feels bad, man. His max stats are 43 HP, 35 attack, 32 speed, 30 defense, and 22 resistance. And his base total stats is 162, which is the same as Donald's and 1 less than Tobin's. This guy is actually pretty good. If you happen to get a plus attack grade, then you can just tunnel vision on the attack stat and just give him a Brave Sword plus. You can go Brave Sword, Death Blow with Dragback or Swordbreaker. He can also just stick with his Zombok Toe and use Fury with Swordbreaker, and he can counter red and green Cavaliers and maybe even blue Cavaliers as well. He has a strong stat spread and he's great to have on your team to get more score in arena. New weapon is Zombok Toe, 14 might and effective against cavalry units. A much better weapon than Wolf Tones because of the 14 might. Most of the time it will just be a vanilla 14 might weapon, but that's not too bad. There's a lot of horse emblem teams running around in arena, so this weapon is pretty useful to have. Is it worth passing down? Probably not, but Gray can put it into some good use. Assist skill is Swap. It's a great skill, so you can go ahead and unlock it. He has high defense, so Swap might come in handy to save one of your allies. His A slot skill is Wind Boost. He's only got 43 base HP, so he won't be able to activate Wind Boost on a lot of popular heroes. Heroes with 40 HP and lower mainly include mages and archers. I think Darting Blow is a lot better just because it's more reliable. Now the real reason you want to summon for Gray is Sword Veiler. I know a lot of you guys, including me, have a lot of sword units in their barracks that are craving for SP. If you didn't know already, this skill does stack with double SP weekend, so your sword units can get 12 SP per kill. So should you pull for Gray? It's a definite yes. His kit is alright, nothing super impressive, but I would recommend getting him just for Sword Veiler. Like if it was Tobin with Sword Veiler, it doesn't even matter. Like hell yeah, I try summoning his ass. He has a usable stat spread, especially with optimal IVs, either plus attack or plus speed. He has Sword Veiler and has a high base total stat, so he'll be great for arena. I think he is at the top of the priority list in terms of who you should summon, just because he has Sword Veiler. Next up is Mathilda. I think she's one of the characters that people really wanted because of plot, but I think it's okay to say that she's a big disappointment. Max stats are 35 HP, 29 attack, 32 speed, 24 defense, and 34 resistance. She's kind of just a worse parry in almost every way in terms of stats. She has 1 more defense and 4 more resistance. Does that make her bad? Kinda, but she's not unusable. The best way to use her is like Titania. Give her a gem weapon with distant counter and maybe blue tone breaker, and she can be your dedicated blue and red mage counter. The main problem is that she's a blue cavalier, and I think we have enough of those guys, especially with Berkut and Clive coming out soon. Her weapon is Rider's Bane, 14 might, and is a cavalier killer. It'll help her kill red cavaliers like Xander, Eldigan, and Elwood, but I'm not sure if it's enough to kill Camus. She has low attack and really low defense, so she might just end up getting quicker posted to death by Camus unless she has Lancebreaker or something. I'm not sure what hero is worth passing this weapon down to. Most of the top Lance heroes already have good weapons by default. I think Effie and Lucas are good options since they are very tanky and can handle dueling reds and blue cavaliers, but I think the best weapon for her is Sapphire Lance to make her a complete counter to reds. Rally resistance is whatever, give her reposition, swap, or drawback. New B skill is Cancel Affinity. Any weapon triangle affinity granted by unit skills is negated. If affinity disadvantage exists, weapon triangle affinity granted by foe skills is reversed. So an example of what it does is if Mathilda attacks a green unit with Triangle Adept, instead of Triangle Adept granting the enemy 20% extra attack, it will be reversed and Mathilda will get it instead. That means Mathilda will be attacking the Triangle Adept green as if that enemy wasn't green at all. It would be neutral damage because the reverse bonus damage cancels out with the normal green versus blue color advantage. I believe this skill works for both gem weapons and Triangle Adept. Also, this skill is inheritable by everyone besides mages and staff users. That being said, I don't really see any units greatly benefiting from this skill. Is it good on her? I don't think so. How many X units do you really see running around with Triangle Adept? I personally haven't seen any. Also, Emerald Axes are quite rare as well. Clone Attack is great and perfect for her. It's one of the best buffing skills out there, and you can just pass down Clone Cavalry straight up. Should you pull for Mathilda? No, she's a big disappointment in my book. She's very similar to Parry, but Mathilda does come with a better weapon and skills. However, she's not impressive and nothing out of her kit is a must-have. Cancel Affinity is cool, but it's a B skill and a lot of units really rely on their B skills to do anything. Reinhardt is a hero that could have used it, but he's not able to inherit it because Intelligence System is smart and intelligent and they know how OP that guy is. Anyways, I think she may be the worst hero in Elm's banner. Last hero in Alm's banner is Delthea. Her stats are 33 HP, 36 attack, 34 speed, 13 defense, and 31 resistance. So she's got the typical glass cannon stat spread. Obviously the best comparison will be Lindy. Delthea has slightly less physical bulk, pretty much traded defense for resistance, and 2 points of speed for 1 point of attack. I don't think she's better than Lindy, but it's very close. If she would have had 35 speed instead of 34, then there would be a debate, but that isn't the case. Nonetheless, she's very strong, and I think she might be the third strongest blue mage, right below Reinhardt and Lindy. Dark Aura is a new blue tome, 14 might, and grants melee allies plus 6 attack at the start of each turn. It's basically a better hone attack, but for melee units only. Good thing it doesn't buff mages, because this would have been so good a combo with blade tome mages. The weapon isn't better than blade tomes, but it does serve a different purpose. It's got good might and a powerful buff effect. The main heroes that will help will be brave users. Plus 6 attack basically translates to 12 more damage. Special is Miracle, not the most ideal special for her. For arena, you'll obviously want a consistent high damage special, and for defensive teams, there's no way she'll get the special off. The A skill is Death Blow. You guys all know how good of a skill it is. Plus speed, Delthea can use it because she'll have enough speed to double enemies. Otherwise, Darting Blow is the better one to have for other IVs, and Swift Sparrow is the most optimal. Another new skill, her C skill is Drive Attack 2. It's similar to Spur Attack, except it works for allies within 2 spaces and not just 1, but it grants them 3 attack instead of 4 during combat. I've never noticed Spur buffs helping me at all in arena, because I'm always splitting up my troops, because I'm always trying to manipulate the AI. However, these effects do help during Grand Hero battles, since the team is more often closer together. Other than that, nothing too special about it. Should you pull for Delthea? She's got a great stat spread to become a powerful blade tome user. She can also just keep Dark Aura, and she'll be less powerful, but in exchange she'll make your allies stronger. If your main team has a melee brave user, then she'd be a great pickup. However, if you have a fully built blue blade tome mage already, then she's not that important. Then again, with the squad assault and chain battle stuff going on, it doesn't hurt to have multiple strong units that fill the same role. Alright, that's all the heroes in Alm's banner. Now we're going to take a look at the heroes in Celica's banner, and at the end of the video I'll summarize things up and tell you guys which one I think is better. First hero in Celica's army is Saber. His stats are 40 HP, 31 attack, 33 speed, 32 defense, and 22 resistance. He's not a good offensive unit, but he is physically bulky. 40 HP, 33 speed, and 32 defense should allow him to survive any kind of physical attack aside from Brave Lances. However, 22 resistance does leave him vulnerable to mages and Dragonstone. To do anything offensively, he's going to rely heavily on his skills and special. His weapon is Slaying Edge plus 14 might and has the same effect as Killing Edge, basically a complete power creep weapon. RIP Killing Edge. The problem with Killing Edge was that it had really low might. Slaying Edge solves that problem by having 3 more might, which translates to 3 to 6 more damage. This is a perfect weapon for Saber. His base attack is on the low side, so by reducing his special cooldown by 1, he can opt to go for a lot of different builds. Depends on how you want to use him. He can be a bruiser with Escutcheon or Pavice, whatever, or maybe a decent 1-round killer with Bonfire or Luna. Special is Aegis. I'm going to talk more about it later. HP Speed 2 grants 4 HP and 2 speed. I only care about these passive skills when it includes speed and sometimes attack. Honestly, I think speed plus 3 is better. I would take 1 extra speed instead of 4 HP any day. That 1 point of speed can make a huge difference offensively and defensively. Other A skill options includes close defense. He's really relying on using his special, so any way to make him tankier so he can build up his charge can help him a lot. Fury is obviously great on him, and Triangle Adept is also good as well. B skill is Shield Pulse 3. If unit special triggers based on a foe's attack, special cooldown count -2 at start of turn 1. Unit takes 5 less damage when special triggers. So basically this passive only works with Pavice, Escutcheon, Sacred Cowl, Aegis, and I think Miracle as well. If Saber has one of those specials equipped at the start of the turn, the cooldown will be reduced by 2. Since he has Slaying Edge, Pavice and Aegis will automatically be active at turn 1, and whenever the special pops he takes 5 less damage. So if you use Escutcheon, he can essentially activate it every single fight with a melee unit if he's able to double. Let's say Saber is plus speed and attacks a base speed Camus. I think Saber will take around, I don't know, 26 to 28 damage. We'll just say 26. Escutcheon is going to pop when Camus counterattacks. Escutcheon should reduce 7 damage, and Shield Pulse reduces another 5, which totals at 12. so Saber only takes about 14 damage. Aegis is kind of pointless because it's easy to manipulate AI and just kill off mages on your turn. I don't think this type of bruiser playstyle will be good enough for arena, but it should do well for grand hero battles and other events. All in all, really cool effect. I don't think it's the best B skill for Saber, but I'm sure there's a hero out there that can use it really well. Should you pull for Saber? Probably not. He's in the type with the most competition, and he's actually just Marth with no falchion. The only reason you will want to summon him is to get Slaying Edge off of him. As of right now, I don't see Shield Pulse being a game changer. Maybe you guys have an idea. If you do, let me know in the comments. Next is Sonya. Her stats are 36 HP, 33 attack, 31 speed, 15 defense, and 32 resistance. A decent stat spread for a green mage. Everyone probably wants to know, how does she compare with Nino and Julia? Sonya is kind of in the middle between the two. She's not as fast as Nino and not as magically bulky as Julia because of Naga's effect. I can't really say one is better than the other. Some say Nino is better than Julia and some say Julia is better. I think Sonya just fits in the same tier as those two, honestly. She fills the same role as Julia in terms of tanking blue mages and even green mages if she has Green Tonebreaker equipped. The thing is that she comes with her own unique weapon, Dark Excalibur. It has 14 might and has the Woe Dow effect, and she even comes with Moonbow already. This allows her to fill the same shoes as Julia but deal almost as much damage as Nino. Nino obviously needs to build a team around her to give her more damage. Sonya doesn't require that. She's flexible and opens up more slots on your team. Dark Excalibur is what puts her above heroes like Soren and closer to Julia and Nino. Her A skill is Mirror Strike 2, grants +4 attack and resistance during combat if unit initiates combat. It's Death Blow 2 and Warding Blow 2 put together. She doesn't really need the extra resistance against blue mages. Green Tonebreaker will be enough to deal with green mages, and she shouldn't be attacking into red mages ever. Fury is going to be her best A slot skill, just build her similar to Julia. Resploid 3 is her C skill. All enemies in front, left, below, and right of Sonya will have their resistance reduced by 5 if their resistance is at least 1 less than Sonya's. Not sure if there's a more perfect skill for her. She has 32 res, which can easily activate Resploid 3 on almost anyone that's relevant in the game. The mages that won't get affected by this skill are Sanaki, Katarina, and Julia. She's never going to attack into Sanaki and Katarina, so those two really don't matter. And Julia will get beaten by Green Tonebreaker and a follow-up attack on the next phase. Should you pull for Sonya? Yes, 100% the best unit in Celica's banner. She's got good stats, but more importantly, a very strong default kit. Everything is there. Pretty much just replace her A skill, give her an assist, give her a Green Tonebreaker, and she's good to go. If you have Nino or Julia already, I would still go for her because of squad assault and chain battles. Last hero is Leon, 39 HP, 34 attack, 30 speed, 30 defense, and 15 resistance. This guy is Gordon 2.0, lower defense but is better, and I mean way better offensively. Attack can go up to 37 with plus attack IBs, which is the second highest right under Bride Cordelia. Brave Bow is an obvious weapon choice for this guy. His speed may not be that high, but he can be used like Klein. You don't have to quad the guy if you can just kill him in 2 shots. With Brave Bow Plus, he won't be able to kill Hector and doesn't have enough bulk to survive Hector, so you'll have to have a backup plan for that guy. Other than that, most of the other guys won't be a problem. Slaying Bow Plus has 12 might and accelerates special trigger by 1, 3 more might than Killer Bow Plus. Rip Killer Bow, not that anyone used it. You can do some quick and pulse shenanigans with it to 1-round KO the first unit with Bonfire or Luna. If you don't have quick and pulse, then 2 charge specials like Moonbow are great since they will proc almost every single fight, but only if he doubles, of course. His speed isn't the best, so something like Swordbreaker may help him out in that regard. Is it better than Brave Bow? Of course not. Special is Ignis. This guy has insane attack for an archer. Not sure if you need something like Ignis. He pretty much annihilates anyone with low to medium defense, so Luna or Moonbow are a lot better to deal with the tankier foes out there. Speed plus 3 grants 3 speed. 3 speed is nice, but he actually needs more speed than that or more attack. Death Blow, Darting Bow, Swift Sparrow, Life and Death, Theory, something similar to those skills will be viable. Guard 3 is his B skill. I think the only other unit that has this skill is Titania. I don't really see the point of it. I guess you can use Leon to like harass a Sheena or something and prevent her from using Ignis, but that's pretty much it. Should you pull for Leon? Maybe. If you are desperate for a good archer, here's your chance to get a pretty good one. Passive skills might need a little work, but Slaying Bow is a decent weapon for him. There's a lot of great archers out there, so this guy shouldn't be a big priority. He's not a limited edition like Cordelia or Gaia, so there's no rush. Alright, that concludes the review. Now let's wrap things up here. In my opinion, the best heroes in Alm's banner from best to worst is Gray, Delthea, then Mathilda. For Celica's banner, Sonya, then Leon and Saber are interchangeable. I think Leon is better as a unit when fully aside, but Saber is useful for skill fodder. And if you want to know the best to worst from both of these banners, then it's Sword Veiler, Sonya, Delthea, Leon, Saber, and Mathilda. Alm's banner is overall a lot better. I would suggest pulling for Sword Veiler, then go to Celica's banner and try to get your hands on Sonya if you really need her. I'm most likely going to make a best builds video for both of these banners. They are going to be separate videos, but I'm going to wait until the damage calculator is updated. If it's not, then I might just roll with it and just calculate individual matchups and just use my best judgment. Let me know who you guys summoned in the comments, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments or tweet me on my Twitter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.